It's recording right now.
All right, we're recording now. Cool. All right, awesome.
I feel like I'm like reaching up high to get over this.
I know. Well,
I'm not short. I
hanging
just
down.
have a spine disorder, so I
it's just
fucking
this long thing just hanging from me.
I just become 4 foot tall when I sit down.
Right.
Because I have this spine disorder.
Oh.
Makes me
Just
That's about as high up as I can get right
It's
there.
about crippled. Yeah, it's this bad posture.
Now, after sitting down for this long, I have to do 4 hours of yoga when I go home. Literally.
If that ain't a fucking lie.
Fucking seat warmers are going to be on in that car, dude.
Mm-hmm. Seat warmers in the summer.
I'm going to fucking
Jackets in
wrap
the
all my
summer.
sweaters and coats around the lower part of my back.
Jeans. No boots. It's all stuff you're going to see in the season coming up of Obscured
Video.
State.
Sponsored by Adidas. I'm just kidding. This podcast.
Welcome to the podcast. No.
No, it's good, dude. Go ahead.
Oh, shit.
I'm not laughing. I'm good. I'm not high or
All
anything.
right. No. You're not high?
No.
Not even a little bit? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Restart. Welcome to the Obscured State podcast. I'm Kyle Aris.
I'm Eric Upson.
And we're just doing this. We're going to kind of tell you a little bit about what to expect for the season coming up. Kind of what it's going to be all about.
Got a lot going on.
A lot going
A
on.
lot. We've been doing a lot in a short period of time.
Yeah. It's felt kind of both. Felt kind of like a long time, but also very short. Because this whole with the pandemic thing and everything, just I don't know. It's just such a weird year.
Yeah.
Perfect time to be going out, staying away from people.
It's like your final push to like, hey, get off the couch, do something.
Yeah.
Because you're not allowed to do anything. So
Right.
now that you're not allowed to do it, it should make you want to do it more, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of how, things usually work. But
Yeah.
yeah, definitely the best time to start doing something like this when we have all this free time on our hands. So
Free time and, especially for the people that are unemployed, people are still working just to stay away from people, like they say. You got to stay away. So, let's go Urbex.
yeah, I say what better thing to do to stay away from people than to go explore abandoned places. So
Exactly.
perfect. Absolutely.
Exactly. So, we're from West Michigan. I'm from Holland.
I'm from Whitehall.
So we're this season, we're doing a lot of places in Michigan, a lot of places that you probably have seen before, maybe pictures, maybe heard about, but we're going to try to bring a whole new perspective to these places. We're not just kind of going in, walking through, here you go.
Here's some photos. Here's a short video of me walking in the front door.
Yeah.
Or try to bring more of like a series cinematic
Production element to
Yeah.
it, I guess. It's also like for me too, it's just a kind of, and I know for you as well, it's kind of a way just to show off our talents,
Yeah.
just and craft them and
Keep them fresh and build.
Instead of just doing it and just throwing it to the wayside, we decided to put something together with it and actually make something out of it. That was kind of a big thing for me. I was like, well, if we're going to put all this time and energy into this, let's really do something with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's kind of how we came up with this whole Obscured State and the whole TV show type element to it. Because if there was one dream of mine, and I know we've discussed this too, is just be able to even just shoot B-roll or shoot stuff for a movie or anything like that. Like that would be awesome.
I feel like, shooting video and stuff is an expression of who you are as a person. And when you can be able to share that with unlimited people in a form that you love, doing something that you love to do, I don't find there to be a better way than that. So,
Right. Exactly.
And be able to tie this in with the photography thing that I like to do as well. It's just perfect for me to expand my realm and, learn new things.
And we got a lot of quality photos and stuff going to be coming out too. So make sure you follow our Instagram at Obscured State. Facebook as well, YouTube.
Just the beginning. We have a lot of stuff coming, a
Right.
lot of stuff we're planning, and this is at this point right now we haven't even released our first episode yet. That's coming up soon, but once things get rolling, we get the episodes coming out, there'll be a lot to happen. So
yeah, we had a soft launch with the social media with our trailer for the season coming up.
Yep.
Which you can catch on the YouTube page. All the episodes though, once we get to uploading those, they're all going to be exclusively on YouTube. we kind of want, that's where we want people to draw to. We want people to go there and subscribe, so you stay up to date with the episodes, trailers, anything else coming up newsworthy with us. So so with that soft launch, we had the trailer come out, and since then we've still been grinding. We've been posting little pictures of, you know, maybe not so revealing of where we actually were, so, but nice pictures that you've been taking.
You're so kind.
Hey.
Wow.
Hey.
Sweetheart.
Oh. But
Flattered.
I'm just really excited to get it out and show people what we've been doing.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I mean, we've released a few things. We've made some posts. We've made some accounts on other social media, but we haven't really showed anybody what we've really been doing.
Right.
I mean, we got the trailer out, but I mean, there's a lot more than just, hey, there's a trailer with some
But
clips
it's a
of
hype
what
trailer.
we did.
It's a
very good trailer. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah.
But when we get those episodes coming out, people will really see, hey, they've really been going out doing things. It's not a lot of talk and everything like that. So we're very serious about it.
And we do got another trailer coming out and or out right now, depending on when we post this. And that one, it's a little more revealing, definitely showing some, you know, work on your part there too, with our little buddy that we take along with us. It still needs a name.
Are you talking about the drone?
Yeah.
Oh, little buddy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not something very kind. I wouldn't call it right now. It's not been working very good for me, but yeah, having some issues with it.
It's been a couple weeks since we've been out, but we're going to be going back out again this weekend. So yeah, we got that trailer out or coming out, and I'm excited about that one. It shows a little more in depth, a little more revealing as our release date of the first episode. So definitely getting excited.
Yeah, the closer we get to it, the more fun and hype I get. Especially, like, I want to go out there and I just want to keep doing this. I want to keep filming.
It's
man.
addicting.
Like, yeah,
and that's what I think everybody like that does urbexing, they just feel that need to just get back out. I mean, a lot of people will look at it like, why? Like, what's so appealing about it? And sometimes I can't really describe it either. What's so appealing about it? I just think it's, I mean, just some places are just absolutely beautiful, man.
Yeah, and you don't have like you're not authorized to go to certain places in some buildings, and it's like, you know, for me personally as a kid, I mean, even just when I was in high school, there was rooms that you're not allowed to be in. You're not allowed to go here. You're not allowed to go to the top of the auditorium. You're not allowed to go to see, you know, where they do the lights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now going to a place that's abandoned, it's like I can go anywhere in there that I want. Every door is usually unlocked.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, it's like freedom.
Yeah, that is cool. That is, yeah.
So that's what gets me excited about it. It's like, you know, you might see a location and you're like, well, it doesn't look like it's exciting, but once you get inside, it's always different. Like, you never know what to expect. That's one of the most exciting things about it is you never know what you're gonna get.
You don't.
So,
I mean, trust me. Yeah, trust us. We've had some duds.
Shot good looking locations with bad turnout and bad looking locations with a great turnout. I mean, you just never know.
You never know. So, even by the outside appearance, you don't know. It could look awesome. You go inside and it's just completely in shambles. But I mean, there is a certain beauty to that too. You know, just seeing the place in its current state to what it was, especially if you can get the history on it, which is something we really try to do too. We really try to bring the history into it. We try to bring maybe past videos or recordings from a news source that you can see along with it to just see how it was. So we're trying to beef up these episodes. We're not trying to just walk through them.
Yeah, we're not just walking through. You know, there's more to it than that. Like we said, you know, there's like a cinema feel somewhat, and you know, we got the history. So it's like you're getting to see what's inside these locations, and you're getting to learn more about what they're used for, and the types of things that had happened there. And I mean, it's just perfect.
It is. Like you said, I'm addicted. I can't get enough. I can't wait to go back out again.
Yeah, I mean, even after we're out shooting all these things, I can find myself going home and watching more videos of it. So and that's great. Like, to, you know, that I really enjoy it that much.
And that's kind of how I got into it. Really, was watching the videos online. Like, I'm, you know, just like I don't even know how I stumbled onto it on YouTube. It was probably just researching something in my area, and then you start finding these other people that are going out and doing these big time places, and you're like, wow, I want to do that.
You're like, where did they learn about these from? Some of the places people go, like there's like research labs, nuclear power plants, and all these just crazy places that, like I said, you see these places and these buildings that you don't have access to, you're not authorized to go in,
right?
And then when they become abandoned, it's like you just walk in the place like you own it. You can make what you want of it. You can go anywhere and see anything. I mean, within what's left behind, but
right.
Still, it's just that opportunity to just go in and explore it. It just makes it so fun and worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we're never going in looking to damage anything. We're just just trying to take pictures and video and just kind of admire what's left. I mean, if not, it'd just be tore down or just gonna sit there to rot anyways. Is the way I look at it.
It's nice because every location's different. Yeah, I mean, we can shoot multiple schools, but every school is different. I mean, there's different things that you find left behind there.
Yeah.
There's different history. You know what I'm saying? So it makes everything a little bit different. It stays fresh that way. And
yeah. So yeah, that's kind of how I got into urbexing a while ago. Which just watching for the most part. I didn't really kind of go out and do a lot until we started this.
And that's how it was for me too. I was just curious about some local abandoned places, and maybe you want to read about it, or you just, for me, a lot of things I like to go to YouTube like instantly when I'm curious about something.
Right.
Like I won't Google like how to change my oil. It's just something like that. I'm gonna instantly YouTube it. So that's what happened. I started YouTubing abandoned places, and I think it was like Proper People and Exploring when Josh came up, and I was like, dude, that's really sweet.
Proper People for sure.
So.
Yeah, for sure. And then how we kind of linked up too was, kind of by luck, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in a band. We were playing a show at 20 Monroe, and Scotty Lang, the bassist, who is still friends with today, both of us, said, hey, I got a buddy of mine that would be willing to come and take pictures and stuff for you guys' set and maybe some video or whatever. I'm like, awesome, yeah, have him come along. And then we brought you back to the green room, because we actually had a green room.
Yeah,
like
that was really cool.
I think that was the second time I had a green room for a show. But I mean, that doesn't happen as a local band. So you got to come up there and then, took pictures and, seemed like a cool dude, and we didn't really talk much after that.
No, not really. I mean, I'm honestly kind of the silent type, so I mean, I didn't really say much to anybody at that moment, and it just, I kept going to some shows for you guys and shooting video, or taking pictures, and
there was a few times after that, but really, like, outside of that, we didn't really talk a lot, and then we added each other on Facebook and following like you, taking pictures and stuff like that, and
lots of similarities.
Yeah, I
weird
noticed
stuff.
that too. That like we had a lot in common.
Yeah.
A lot of things we agreed on, and then I seen that you were starting to go out and do the urbexing too, and then just kind of like a random message. I don't know. Did you message me or something and say, do you want to start? Go to a location?
Yeah, I messaged you, but we had some contact before that, because before that
we were talking about the similarities.
Yeah, and we were talking about like hiking and stuff. You're asking me about like location.
Oh yeah.
Like going out and seeing stars and stuff like that.
Yep.
And then it was after that. I mean, it was just after that first riot happened in Minnesota, where you were actually out camping over in Minnesota.
Yeah, we were in Minnesota. We were at the Harriman Lake Trail. It's like way up by the BWCA, or I think it was Swan Lake or something up there. Yeah, we did like a 3-day backpacking gig, and we were on our way back, and we were like, should we take a scenic route? Maybe like drive through like some areas, go through Minneapolis, check out the town. And we decided against it, but little did we know.
Good call.
Yeah, little did we know all of the protesting was going on over there with George Floyd, and wow, I'm glad we didn't go through there at that time, because that was chaotic. Once we got back, we seen all that was going on, but
the world had like literally flipped itself upside down.
Yeah,
it was just, it happened so fast.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
So then you ended up hitting me up or whatever, and we're like, let's just go shoot a location.
Yeah, and I mean, the rest is pretty much history.
Yeah.
We went and shot. It turned out really well. We both we fed off each other really well, and from there we put something together, and we're like, let's keep going. Let's keep doing it.
That was how we kind of did it. We kind of just went up. We had prior, seeing each other, hung out at some shows, but so it wasn't like we were just brand new, fresh, like a Craigslist thing. Like, hey, you want to meet up? You'll meet me by the corner over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pick you up in my Caprice. I'll go some candy. Anyways,
pick you up in my Caprice. Pick you up in my Caprice with this Capri Sun.
I got Capri Suns.
I love grape Capri Suns.
Oh, grape.
Anyway, back to it.
So yeah, we met up, and we just kind of just started working, basically. Like, I went over and started shooting this. You went over and did that. We kind of, and then we met up and came up with a plan. Went did inside and everything, and we just kind of. There was no really parts where we were like climbing over each other. We're both shooting the same thing, and it just seems to just mesh really well.
Yeah, I was gonna say we did mesh really well because we both kind of had like a different style going into it. You had like because you have the video camera. Right. I have the DSLR. I have the mirrorless camera. So what I was shooting is a little bit different. I was kind of confined to shooting one style of things, and then I had the drone. But you were able to get the first person perspective and get the B-roll cinematic stuff, and then at first, and I had the handheld, and then I had the drone as well. So right. I mean, we both had like our own things that we had to do, right? And we were able to easily stay out of each other's way, and it just it worked so well,
right?
I mean, everything linked up so good. Everything just seemed to work out so perfect. The timing, with the quarantine, like we had mentioned before, and then you already having a video camera.
Right. Me having just got it, that, this year, I think it was. And, because I wanted to start doing some stuff like that, It was one of those things where it's like, you think about it. We were talking about this before, too. It's like you think about it, but you don't actually do it. Like, you need to something you just need to actually do it. If you really think that you could be good at it and make something out of it possibly, then just go do it. Stop sitting around on the couch just thinking, oh, if I invested in this, maybe I could.
And you never know until you try it, and it doesn't hurt anything. You have nothing to lose. Right. Like you have everything to gain. Right. You just believe in yourself. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Right. So yeah, as far as you got into a little bit of your gear there, want to maybe say exactly what kind of camera?
Yeah, I use a mirrorless. I'm actually filming on it right here. I use a mirrorless Sony A6400, and I got an 18-105 f4 constant, and it's a really good lens. It's got a power zoom on it, so if I'm holding it or something and I need to zoom, and I don't have to have it on a tripod, it's super sturdy.
Yeah, new zoom was life. Like he was saying earlier, how I could get like the first person more, because now we both got a lot more first person. There was first person footage of yours from before too, but it was just without that lens, it was just shaky, but it's a DSLR camera.
Yeah, and you'll notice that. You'll see that in the episodes. We're not exactly sure which order we're going to release them in, but you'll see it, and it will be the first few episodes that we film where you'll see there'll be a lot of shaky, and it will be signature of my filming, because you will. It was very apparent.
Yeah, I edit up the videos, and I make sure it looks good. It's not. You're not gonna be watching. You're not gonna be watching and thinking it's like, oh my gosh, like what is going on here? I'm just gonna click the video off. No, that's what maybe some more of my footage was used for walkthroughs versus drone and everything. But yeah, that lens is a life changer right there, dude. It's a game changer.
Yeah, and then what do we? I used I think it's a New Year light bar. What do you call it? A light bar on the top?
Yeah. Light bar.
Yeah, we use that, and then we got a flashlight. We actually have the same flashlight.
Yeah, that was funny too. When we met up, we both had the same flashlight.
Same flashlight, same phone, same interest, like the hike. Like it was like, who are you? I was like, brother? Like, who's this person? Is that me? But yeah. And we use portable battery packs. Make it a lot easier because you're out there filming. I mean, you never know how long you're going to film. You don't really know when you get to a location how long you're going to be there. So, I mean, sometimes it could be 4 hours, and you gotta have that little extra charge. So, we got about three battery packs we take with us. So, we're always ready to go.
The battery packs for sure.
And then we always practice safety too. So we have respirators.
Oh, yep.
I think that's very, very important. You see a lot of people don't do that, and they think just because you don't feel those effects after being in a location that it didn't
or I'm
affect
just going to
you.
be in there a couple hours. I'll be all right.
Just a couple hours of breathing in hazardous material.
Yeah, there might have been some questionable times where we were going through and we were like, oh, maybe we should have used it, but I mean, we definitely picked it up along the way.
Yeah.
We got the mask. We got everything.
You notice the night and day now when we're in a location and it's super moldy and we smell it, like from when we first started. Like now it's like way more pungent because we've been wearing masks and being safer. So it's like kind of like fresh again.
And
it's
as
like,
much,
wow, that smells bad.
And as much, research as you can do on it. Cause like we were just researching our next location and right in the news article that was about it states how much mold is in the building.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, okay, I'm going to need my mask for sure. And gloves, you don't want to be touching a bunch of crap. So
gloves are really good. You don't want to be like climbing a ladder, opening doors, touching like artifacts or whatever, and then touching your face or rubbing your eye. You don't want to get like, who knows what you could have on your finger. You don't want to rub stuff in your eye.
You're right. And if anybody cares to know, the camera that I'm using is the Panasonic HCVX 981. It's a 4K compatible. Well, it's actually like we figured out, what is it, 2K or
2.7 probably.
2.7K. It's still a great camera. Like it's gone way above my expectations of when I bought it. When I first originally bought it, I was thinking, nice entry level, maybe not have a lot of gadgets and stuff for it, but oh yes, it's definitely outperforming what I thought it would do.
Yeah, it's a very nice.
I got a light bar as well. Starts with a V. What was that?
Viltrox, I believe.
Viltrox, yes, that's what it was. Love it. This one was the one that was like $60. It's a USB-C charger. It's got the screen, LED screen on the back. You can change the what do you call that with?
Yours is called Iris, right?
No, I'm talking on the light bar where you can change like the saturation almost.
Oh, the white balances?
Or whatever, yeah. It's kind of like a white balance. You can change that as well on it, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And I've never had to plug it in while we were out, so it's been pretty great.
Yeah, unlike mine that died like 1 hour in. First time using it.
That one has an external battery too, and that's why internal batteries and external, you got your pros and cons. Especially with the cell phones before, I remember, this is a few years back, it sucked when you had a cell phone that had a, internal battery that you couldn't take out of the phone. Mm-hmm. So once the battery was shot, the phone was screwed before you could actually get another battery for it. But yeah, I went with that one. It just seemed like the best way to go. Plus I had a bunch of Amazon reward credit on my account. So yeah, I'm going to do this one. It's worked out great, but they both perform just as well. I'd say they're both just as bright.
Yeah, you actually dropped it one time, didn't you? After like extensive use on it, you used it for like an hour and a half or 2 hours.
Yeah,
and
I did. Yeah, I didn't have the shoe screwed on tight enough or something, and then it just bloop, fell on the floor. But it's a beast. It only got a little scrape on it. It's all right.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, that was at, I believe, Parchment Paper Mill, and that was like before it even dropped, you already knew like oh no. Jeez. That's not the first time though. There's been like a little whoa with equipment.
Right. No,
I admittedly, unfortunately, kicked your camera one time. I was on the ground. Yeah, I felt really bad. I was like, let me just pinch myself and wake up from this nightmare right now because I feel so bad.
Right, because you think about if your camera was kicked.
Well,
it was a nasty kick because it was a deliberate kick because we were screwing around, and you just went to do this little kick motion, and my camera was right there. So it was bloop, bam.
I had my little mishap too.
The only thing I was thinking at the time, I was just like, I ain't got the money to replace this thing. This thing goes toast, we're done.
Like, yo, you got to buy me a new one if you break it, man.
You gotta buy me a new one. Buy me a new one.
It reminds me of my mishap, which was really scary. Like, opened the door to my car before we even took off to go shoot, and my camera just falls right out. Lens first. Slams on the ground.
Yeah.
Had the lens hood on though, so that was good. And it's always important to have that, especially if you're klutzy like I am.
Right.
Yeah. But it ended up all right. I mean,
yeah.
Got to be careful.
We got lots of stories like that out there. Nothing catastrophic as of yet, but
we had a scary thing happen though. The hospital.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was.
It was sketchy. Like the whole thing was sketchy. Like
it was weird. Like just where the building was, it was just weird, and the time that we were in there was pretty much at night. So
yeah,
we got the night vision going on. We got your flashlight, and I don't know. That was probably the creepiest place. That was the creepiest place, and just the couple of things that happened while we were there was creepy. And I'll just say that it was.
Yeah.
It was creepy.
Yeah, you said that you heard that whistle, and it was really hard to hear that. I just can't believe that you were able to pick that up with your ears while we were there, because when I'm shooting and I'm looking at my camera, I can barely walk straight. Like I'm so focused on what it looks like through my lens that I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just on autopilot. But for you to be able to like hear your surroundings so well like that,
I did. We got two things. One was a whistle. The other one, we're gonna make you wait to watch it because it's pretty crazy.
Surprise ending as well.
Yeah. So the first one though was I clearly heard a whistle as we turned a corner. I heard a whistle. I can't whistle, but yeah, something just like that.
It was super high pitched.
Yep. And I go, "Did you just hear that?" And then he's like, "No, what?" I said, "Oh, it was a whistle." And I'm like, "What?"
Oh, I didn't hear none.
I was like, all right. So I just kind of blew it off. But then you go back and you listen to it afterwards, and I'm like, that was a whistle for sure.
Yeah, I definitely didn't hear it when we were there, because I walked onward like a knight in armor. Right. I was not scared of anything. And then going back, I was like, dude, you should have stopped me like that.
Yeah, dude, that was the place was creepy and like
And it's like catacombs down there almost. The way the hospital was set up.
Yep, and with the destruction that was to it. I mean, you'll see, because we got both angles. We try to do that too. If I'm on night vision, instead of him just wasting the time and not recording anything, you'll record with your flashlight, and your camera does so well in low light, that it can still pick up a lot of great footage. So we'll kind of split screen it. You get both angles at real time. And the nice thing about that episode that we're talking about with the hospital is it is literally from the time that I got in there and clicked my camera on all the way until the end. It's all one shot.
Yeah.
And then you'll see the mixes of his, camera coming into play too, synced up for split screen. But mine is completely 100% all the way through, no cuts.
Yeah, I'm honestly kind of bummed out about that place. I mean, just being there, like you could tell there's a lot of history around it because there were so many people. Like it honestly, it felt like a museum outside. Yeah. Like a building outside that was like, but a lot of people just come by and walk around, look at it. A lot of people stopped and were talking to me while I was like looking at it. And one guy actually told me that there's apparently like some fallout shelter in there. Yeah. Like some nuclear fallout shelter. Just had like some, like the sign on the door, and then you go in and apparently there was like some non-perishable goods, and we never saw anything. I mean, you couldn't tell what anything was in there. Right. It was completely, it looked like a bomb went off and somebody built the walls back up around it again from the outside. Right. It's non-recognizable.
But I mean, that dude was kind of cool though. Like came up and talked to you there. That was
he was funny. Yeah. It was like, I can't remember what he said, but he said something about
you said have a nice day.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's all I get.
He was like, be safe or something, and I was like, thanks, you too. I was like, have a nice day. He was like, all I get is a day. I was like, have a nice life. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Get the hell out of here, dude. You're kind of weirding me out.
Yeah, I kind of felt uncomfortable. I felt like he was almost like trying to figure out.
Again, it was one of those. It was one of those places where you didn't just kind of drive out to the middle of nowhere or you're all by yourself. There's just people all around, so I mean, hey,
Yeah.
whatever.
We have some drone footage, and so I have some drone photos as well, where you can see it's like literally in the heart of a city, small
That's
little
cool.
city.
That's
so
cool though.
it's a
But you'll
really
see
pretty
it.
little city.
You'll see maybe a clip of it in the trailer, or maybe you already have, depending on when this is released. Still don't know when it releases, but it's gonna be soon.
Yeah.
But that trailer is too, so it's gonna be hot.
We got that first episode coming up, which is
Yeah.
it's pretty good. I don't want to hype it up too much, but I think it's really good.
Yeah.
I think it definitely gets you to react to it, for sure. There's very good history behind it, so.
Yeah, for sure. I think everybody's gonna enjoy it. I hope everybody enjoys it. We're putting a lot of work into it. Like I said, it's not just a walkthrough. It's not just whatever. I mean, you're gonna get it all. There's definitely going to be the walking through parts of it though too, and because that's what we like as well. We like being able to kind of almost be there with the person while watching it on YouTube. So we're kind of taking basically all the stuff that we like about the videos that we watch, and we're just gonna put it all in one. Because certain other channels do it a certain way. There's some channels they're just walking through, and some of them is just focused solely on the history. So we're just pop them
Trying
all
to
into
bring in
one.
a little bit of everything just to make it feel more complete.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't want to feel like you missed something. Like, oh, I could have told some history about it, or maybe I could have got some really cool cinematic shots of it, or maybe I should have done more walkthrough. I was like, well, we got it all.
Right.
So should
Got
be
it
a
all
little
right
bit
here.
for everybody, hopefully.
Yeah, it should be. I hope everybody enjoys it,
Yeah.
and we're gonna keep bringing this back. Think of maybe doing one once a week or something like that. I don't know. Once every 2 weeks, something.
Something along
We're
the
gonna be
lines,
bringing
yeah.
it back because there's also that's one thing too. Like, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and there ain't nothing on like urban exploring. What the hell's out
There's
there?
no urban
Nothing.
exploring.
Yeah, I guess you don't listen to as much podcasts, right?
No, not really. I'm not much.
But you're
podcast
starting to get
person.
into it now with the
Yeah.
Rogan.
Joe Rogan, though. Yeah.
You're getting the Rogan. Oh yeah.
Everybody knows who that is.
Oh, yeah.
So
But but that's not all I listen to. I listen to lots of other things. I listen to like stuff about haunted places, like about paranormal stuff, because that's what I'm into too.
listen to haunted stories.
Haunted stories.
Yeah, viewer stories. So they like submit it into a YouTuber, and he reads them
Oh.
off in like a scary voice, and they're really good. I mean,
there's a couple like that for podcasts, but they have like the people call in and they tell their
that's
story.
pretty cool.
Yeah. It is really cool. But there's nothing on urban exploring. I've looked. I mean,
That's
there's,
surprising.
I think there's one thing, but it's not like people talking about going through a building or their experiences or what they do.
That's surprising because actually in the last few days, I was just on my phone browsing, and I seen an article that was talking about how urban exploring is on the uprise because people are social distancing and quarantine, and people are going out and doing things where they're not going to be in trouble for it.
It's just like the hiking and backpacking too, out in like dispersed areas. As soon as like COVID hit and people couldn't go camping and shit, they just said, well, we're gonna go dispersed. We're gonna go backpacking. So many new people. All the trails are like full. It used to be you could just go out and you'd be guaranteed a spot almost, and now it's like you gotta plan around that stuff. It's best just to go in the middle of the week for sure. Because it's so full because the campgrounds have been closed.
Everybody's ready to hop on it. They want to get out and enjoy life again. They want to feel normal, feel human.
And then, but there's also repercussions to that too. I mean, not to sound like the downer and don't come out. No, I encourage people. Yeah, you want to go Urbex? You want to go look at a building? Go do it. I'm not gonna sit here and say, well, it's against the law. You shouldn't trespass. Don't go in that building. Observe from the outside. Sorry, dude. No, I want to see what's in there. And if you want to, I mean, do it. But just know that there's some risks definitely involved.
Yeah.
There is times where I'm walking along and I wasn't paying as close attention as I should have, and almost walked right through a freaking hole all the way down to the basement of a place. Like, if I wouldn't have looked down, I mean, like, I would have been going down. Probably would have smacked my jaw on the cement, like you said.
Yeah, that was just a tiny little gap, enough for you to just, slip one foot, fall through,
Bam.
crack your jaw, and then drop about 15, 20 feet down. And it was like, what am I gonna do? Like, you know, 911. We were exploring in this abandoned place that we know we shouldn't be at. I need medical attention immediately.
Well, I mean, obviously in that situation, if like your friend goes down, like just go get help. I mean, don't worry about the fact that you're in an abandoned place or whatever. Go get the help that you need to get. Like that, all that goes second to, you know, what's going on currently.
Might need to end it there because my camera overheated.
Overheated?
Yeah, it overheated.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
All right. So we're definitely getting into some good conversation there. We'll leave it for the next time.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be another episode, so
yeah,
we're not missing out on anything.
We just kind of got it focused on me now, so we just got audio from you. But at least we still got audio.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it was awesome. I hope you guys like it. Hope you guys like the direction that we got going, and keep tuning in.
Yeah, we'd like to do these podcasts, you know, and eventually, you know, once we build up a little bit of a base, you know, you could ask questions, or we'll just, you know, kind of explain some of the episodes and things we encountered, and maybe how, like, what we go about to get to a certain place, like finding the location as far as research goes, and just a little more in-depth behind the scenes of what we're doing.
Be a lot more. This is, you know, the first one to be preseason. You can say.
Yeah, it's like a sports.
Yeah, this is the preseason.
The Olympics.
Before the season's even dropped. So yeah, we're not trying to reveal a whole lot of details. We want you guys to watch. So, and they're not too terribly long. So.